So as per the request of the students, I asked in the previous video to put the comments on whatever the topic you want, the video on demand. You demand a video, I will definitely make and I will give you relating to income tax paper. So out of 10 messages, so 4-5 messages are on return of income. Therefore, I take it as a point of concern now. So many students are asking means many students don't have a clarity on return of income. I will try to cover return of income concept in this particular lecture for your understanding in a better way. Okay, let's begin. So 139 section read with section number 119 subsection 2 class B. Okay, without going into any technicalities, 139 section says to whom filing of return of income is mandatory and obligatory. Okay, let's go into that. So a company or firm is required to file its return of income regardless of quantum of their income. Whether you earned any income or not income, amount irrelevant, you have to file return of income. Whom? Company and a firm. So let's continue with a document such that you can understand it easily. See here, first one. I already said company and firm has to file irrespective of quantum of its income. Second one, 139 1B, most important for exam, MCQ or direct question can come. Other than company and firm, if during the previous year, for example, I am there. So what they said, if I make any deposit exceeding 1 crore in a current account in any bank in the previous year, whenever I say 1 crore, aggregate amount should be 1 crore, not each amount. Aggregate in the previous year, if it exceeds 1 crore in a current account with any bank, normal banking company or cooperative bank, then I have to file a return of income even though I don't have any income. For the deposit made, you have to file your return of income. I'm not asking you to pay the tax. I am asking file your return of income. Next one. Incurred any expenditure exceeding how much? 2 lakhs for himself or for any other person for a foreign tour, for a foreign travel on tickets. Incurred any expenditure, tickets or other expenditure. They did not tell foreign travel tickets. They said any expenditure incurred for the trip, foreign trip exceeding 2 lakh, either for himself or for any other person if he incurred. If he incurred, that's all. He has to file a return of income even though he don't have any kind of income to be taxed. Next, incurred expenditure exceeding rupees 1 lakh towards consumption of electricity. You consumed electricity and you have to pay 1 lakh, more than 1 lakh as a bill. Then you are such a wealthy man. File your return of income. From where you are getting income to pay electricity bill of 1 lakh? Are you understanding or not? Not per bill 1 lakh, per annum 1 lakh. Per bill 1 lakh na Ambani hai. Then so next next one. So next one will be the gross receipts or the turnover. All these things will be there. Na? Those exceeds the 60 lakh in case of business or exceeds 10 lakhs in case of profession. Though profit is not there, your gross receipts, your turnover, your total sales, those are exceeding 60 lakh in case of business or 10 lakh in case of profession. Whether profits are there, whether income is literally there at the end or not is irrelevant. File your return of income. You are subjected to TDS. Okay, subjected to TDS deduction. How much TDS deduction you are subjected to? More than 50,000 or 50,000 or more. 50,000 or more in case of senior citizen. If you are a normal person not being a senior citizen, 25,000 or more. Next, deposit like this. First to last deposit. Deposit 50 lakhs or more. Here more than 1 crore is not more than 1 crore. 50 lakhs or more in one or more savings bank account. Everything is aggregate amounts. Okay. These all people must file their return of income. Next, 139 1B. Very important. So, unimportant concept illa. There are 4 points. All 4 points are important. 139 1B. Individual HOF, AOP, BOI, AJP. If income without claiming deductions under 10A, 10B, 80C to 80U, the chapter 6A deductions, without claiming all these things and without even claiming 54A, 54B in capital gains chapter, if even without claiming all these, if it exceeds basic exemption limit, then file return of income. Next, 139 1. Very important again. You are a resident, but not ordinarily resident. You are a resident and ordinarily resident. And in the previous year, you hold beneficial interest or registered interest, anything. Maybe you are a beneficial owner or registered owner of any asset located outside India, or you are having a signing authority on any bank account outside India. In such case, you have to file a return of income. Okay, or you are only having you are a beneficiary in any asset located outside India. In these cases, you have to file your return of income. So first part of return of income 139 one part is completed. Next one. Next important thing is understanding the due dates. See here. Due dates. If assessee is a company not having any international transactions or specified domestic transactions under CA final, transfer pricing, section number 92E, all those things. If you don't have that much, they don't ask and enter anyway. So assessee is a company not having any specified domestic transactions or international transactions. October 31st is the due date. Assessee is not a company, sir. Then audit is mandatory. Okay, if audit is mandatory for that assessee, then October 31st is the last date. Okay, there is an assessee. Who is that fellow? He is a partner in a partnership firm who comes under this category. Understood the point or not? Partnership firm is subjected to audit. If you are a partner in such partnership firm, though technically you have to file normally in a different date called a 31st July, because of becoming a partner to that firm, partner and partners are treated one and the same. Same due date for partnership firm applies also to the partners of that firm. Okay, so you also should file as on 31st October. Sir, I am not a partner. Sir, my spouse is a partner. Then also October 31st. Next, other cases, July 31st is the due date. Next issue. So next discussion is on types of other returns and the due dates and when we have to file which return. Okay. See, other types. Roughly I have written everything. You concentrate. 2 minutes we will complete everything. Okay. Updated return concept is there. That itself I will make a separate video for 10 minutes because that's an amendment and sure question is going to come in this attempt. Which one? Updated return. With the numerical illustration, I will make a particular small video of 10 minutes without taking much of your time. Might be tomorrow morning I will upload that along with PGBP chapter adjustments. I will upload depreciation and other adjustments in PGBP at that time. Okay, let's concentrate on this. First one, loss return. Same limits as mentioned earlier shall apply. Means same time limits. Loss return also have to be filed within the same time limit, 31st October, July 31st, etc. Okay, loss return also should be filed. Sir, what is loss return? If you wanted to carry forward certain losses, you must file a loss return. Which losses? You cannot carry forward certain losses if loss return is not filed within time limits. Okay, what are those losses? Business loss, capital loss, and a capital gains capital loss, either short term or long term, anything. Next one, loss in owning and maintaining the horses. These three losses, if you wanted to carry forward, business loss can be either speculative or non-speculative, any business loss. So business loss, capital loss, or any loss in owning and maintaining the horses, if any kind of loss return you wanted to carry forward, must and should, you should file the loss return within due date. Next one, belated return. When you have to file belated return, if the return of income is not furnished within the time limits as said before, 31st October, if you could not file, I will not give years of time to you. You should file on or before 31st of December or assessment completion. If it is earlier, assessment completion, whichever is earlier. So file the belated return on or before 31st December of the relevant assessment year. I have given example. Mr. X, assessment year 25-26. Okay, relevant assessment year 25-26. Okay. So assessee under audit. Assessee under audit. So assessment year 25-26 means previous year 24-25. For that, what is the relevant assessment year? This year 25. So October 31st 2025 will be the last date for filing return because he is under audit, but not filed. Now file a belated return on or before 31st December 2025 or assessment completion, whichever is earlier. Next, revised return. Time limit for revised return and belated return both are same. Okay, but when revised return will be filed, if the return of income, if the return of income or the belated return, very important, either not this one, either original return of income ITR you file or the belated return of income you file. Okay, both of them, for both revised return is possible. Means you can revise the original return, you can revise the belated return also, because the time is not greatly given. 31st October and December 31st means you are giving only extra 2 months time for me. Sorry, return of income or the belated return. Return of income or the belated return. Okay, if there are any omissions or wrong statements, which kind of wrong statements? Unknowingly if you file, concealment, frauds in return, those I will not entertain. Revised return can be filed if the return of income or the belated return has any omissions or wrong statements unknowingly made. Section doesn't apply for frauds and concealment. Okay, it should be bona fide and unintentional. Due date will be same as belated return. Due date will be same as belated return. Next, defective return. Which one? Defective return. Okay. When I will call it defective, when you file return of income ITR 1 to ITR 7, form will be given by the department. You should file all the forms. Okay. You should fill all the blocks inside the form. If amount is not there, you should type nil. Okay. You should not leave it blank. You should write nil. Or next one, certain things they will ask. Are you an SSC having any international transaction or specific domestic transaction? What you should write? You should click NA, not applicable. Like this mistakes if you do while filing the return of income, when filling the blocks, nil you did not applicable you did not, like that any mistakes you have done in filing return, not in furnishing the details. In filing, if you make any mistake, then defective return will come. Then assessing officer considers it as defective. Assessing officer will intimate assessee about the defect. He will tell, these are the defects, please refile the form. Since there is no mistake which is there in the furnishing of detail, since it is only return filing a small mistake happened, 15 days time will be given, which is extendable accordingly. Okay, if not filed within that 15 days time or extended time, AO will consider that particular return as defective return or invalid return, and I will treat as if assessee did not file his return of income for that assessment year. Everybody understood all the concepts? These are all some summary of important returns that we need to file. Okay, so those who ask, for you I made this because majority comments I found return of income. Comment whether you like this particular video or not. Like this, share this to your friends also, such that my efforts have some kind of answer for that. Okay, thank you very much. All the very best.